of those places where
It was in the cut, huh?
nobody knows about. You come into the hidden areas. And, yeah. I stayed here for 2 months.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I lived here for 2 months here. It was, I mean, you know, I cleaned up once in a while, but we actually put a little sofa here, a bed there.
Yeah.
And did our so I saw, I guess people still come and go. It looks like it. I mean, and it's like, wow. Seeing this now, it's like, wow. And it gives me the chills, and at the same time, I guess I need to be reminded of what you don't want to get back into.
How long have you been clean now?
It's not. It's already a year.
It's been a year already?
Yeah. It's a tough year too. You know, I don't know what's harder, getting clean or staying clean.
Yeah.
You know? But gosh, it's just not. It sometimes makes me, and you know what? I think I used to sit in this.
Yeah.
In this and not even care, you know? Terrible. But yeah, this is one of the spots.
What kind of shit you used to do? Were you doing heroin or G?
G. Booze.
Yeah.
I can smoke like 50 of those in a day and still function like nothing. I think hiding it from my kids was the worst part.
Yeah.
I used to sit here and then I used to walk across the street to Food City and wash up and get all cleaned up and then go to her, my daughter's house, and just be like, you know, how are you? Try to get some more money.
Crazy.
To get my. Yeah, this is one of the spots. It's not. Still, I guess people still come
This is back here in the cut.
People hide from. This guy used to come out and run everybody off. And he come out with a gun and shot one of the kids and started running down the alley.
What is this? Is this just like a house or is it a shop?
It's actually like this guy has he fixes his cars in the backyard.
Okay.
And on the other side it's this other family, and actually that lady, when she's seen, I would always hide, you know, to get in there.
Yeah.
And the lady from the house seen me one day and she's like, she came over and I was like, I didn't know what to say. She's like, do you live here? I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and she would bring me like a bag of food like every other day. And I was like, wow. It's just, and actually the security people here, they seen me go in there a couple times, and then the security guards was just like, you know, I don't know what you're going through. He's like, but I'll keep an eye on you, you know, if you need me to. And I was like, okay, thank you. Because there's cameras, see, so there's no way they can miss you.
Yeah.
You can't hide from. There's one way out there. But this is another spot.
Like a little house right here. Probably someone living in it already. Or still.
Oh, I thought that was a prison. Yeah, it looks like people still stay there. This used to be what there was, it looks like they more, I don't know if they tried to make a house. Yeah, this was kind of open. And there was another board here and a board in the back. And they made a little door and we can get in there and hide in there. And
you can still see all the foil and lighters and stuff here.
Oh, there used to be tons of needles everywhere. Probably still, this is all that foil. Oh yeah, see there's a needle right there. There's foils over there. There's always needles sitting around everywhere. That's the reason why I didn't want to stay on this side anymore. I would go to the other side. But they're both pretty bad. Yeah.
Is there any more spots?
This was like really. Yes. With this, I'm gonna can to go to the bathroom in.
Oh, okay.
Still come and go. It's crazy. But this It's just one. There was another spot down at the end, but it's kind of a ways. You gotta walk and
Yeah.
then go around, and it's actually a house. It's an abandoned house, and it's been abandoned for, I'd say, at least 2 years. I say.
You think there's still people in there?
Last time I checked, there was not, because from what I hear, that house, nobody gets it. It's like one of those houses where they shut down and nobody can. It's not livable anymore.
Yeah, when they condemn them.
Yes.
Or they're condemned.
Yeah, there you go. Because it was boarded up, and there was different stories about that house. You know, that people, I guess, there's like a couple people that died there. And so nobody, you know, I don't know if anybody wanted to live there or not, but then they got to where it was just condemned. Nobody could live there anymore, so people would go in there and sleep in there. Well, the bathrooms were, oh, it's terrible. But there are at least 20 people living in there. And the police would go and get everybody out once in a while, and they'd go right back in. It's just a cycle, constant, you know. Cycle that they did. But yeah, the last time I was here, I was sitting right there. I smoked about 10 blues. And I said, I'm gonna go to the food city.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go wash up and, you know, do my daily thing. So I was walking and I went over here to the clinic. And I'm like, I'm gonna go use the restroom there because I had to really go and it was closer. And so we went there and then, you know, I felt like water going down my legs. And I was going into labor. Well, I was 27 weeks pregnant. And I mean, I knew I was pregnant, but I just didn't, you know. I was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
So then I said, well, I can't hide it anymore. So then I told the security guard, I said, can you call, you know, 911? He says, okay. So then he calls and then, yeah, the water bag was leaking, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going into labor. They took me right away to the hospital.
Did you keep the baby?
They airbagged me. Yeah, they airbagged me to Good Sam, and I was there for about a month and a half. Well, I was 27 weeks. So they try to keep, you know, the baby in as long as possible.
Yeah.
And so then I was there for about 5 weeks, I'd say. And of course, you know, they knew I was on. So I had, you know, counselors and everybody go in there, talk to me, and they're like, so what are you gonna do, you know? And I said, well, I don't know, you know, I don't know. So I talked to my caseworker, and she's like, well, you know, we got to do something, you know, but the thing now is that since you were on drugs, you know, we have to make sure that the baby's safe and this and that. I says, well, I had thought about adoption before, and I had talked to a friend about it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna call my caseworker. So we talked about adoption, and it took me a little bit, but I decided to go that route. And I called a friend of mine, and she says, yeah, I know about that. I'll send somebody over there. Someone came down. Like 3 days later, a family came, and they came from Texas. They flew down, and they were at the hospital with me, and we talked and everything, you know. And they seen the baby, and she was a little girl, and they said, yeah, we want her, you know. And as hard as it was for me, I put her up for adoption. But as bad as like my position was, where I was on drugs and I was pregnant and stuff.
Yeah, these guys are crazy.
And I had to, you know.
Let me put the microphone on you so I could get more of this clearly, because I'm probably not gonna get any of the audio.